So how did Charles Darwin's theory of evolution make me more than $20 million? How did a scientific observation about different species in nature actually end up helping an entrepreneur who's in business? Well, if you haven't studied Darwin's theory of evolution and you're in business, or you're an entrepreneur, or you're considering starting your own business, then you're missing out on something that is big. Basically, what Darwin observed is that different species in nature are basically in a fight for survival. There's all of these different organisms that are trying to adapt and change and evolve within a changing environment and ecosystem for resources and so that they can reproduce and live and survive, right? And this is true at every different level, from looking at little bugs all the way up to humans, to every actual living organism on Earth. And why this helped me in business is that business is exactly the same. Business is no different than really what goes on in nature. Business is an ecosystem in and of itself. And what basically happens in business is you have all of these different businesses that are competing for customers. And the way they have to do that is by adapting to changing customer preferences and a changing environment, new technology and all of that. And the people that they're fighting against for survival are their competitors. And the way they win that arms race is by helping their customers more than anybody else, by adding more value to their customers than anybody else. So in business, the biggest mistake I see people make is, they forget this. They think that they can just remain static and not change. And so they might get a little bit of success, they set something up, they get a couple of customers, and then they just coast. And they don't continue to evolve. And then what happens is very quickly, and usually to the business owner's surprise, is a new entrant comes in. Somebody who is hungrier, smarter, and thinks a little bit differently than the existing business. And when this new person comes in, they're able to really add more value, and they've really adapted to a changing marketplace so that they're more efficient at surviving than the existing businesses. And this is the number one thing that really kills existing businesses, is failure to adapt to change. Really, if you're a business, or if you're an entrepreneur, or if you're thinking about starting your own business, then you need to look into Darwin's theory of evolution. Right now, this week, I'm holding a free training where I show you exactly how to start your own business and really evolve and adapt yourself, your marketplace, and your product or service so that you can beat existing businesses in the fight for survival. In this free training, I'm basically going to break down exactly how I started my own business from scratch, from zero, and then grew it to more than $20 million a year in less than 5 years' time, by the age of 27. Now, in this free training, I'm going to show you three things. The first one is how to pick a niche. So just like in nature, different species, they need a niche. If you can't really be really well adapted to living in the snow and also really well adapted to living in the desert, right? They're two different environments. So businesses that try to do that, businesses that try to be everything for everyone in every environment, they fail. So it's important to pick a niche and then to become the best you can possibly be in that niche. And how you do that is by identifying a problem and then providing a solution to that problem. And by doing that, you're adding value. The second thing I'm going to show you is how to become a completely different person. So, evolution, it just doesn't happen in marketplaces. It doesn't just happen with products and services. It happens with you too. And most people forget this. A lot of people, they think, oh, I'm not smart at business. I don't know business. I don't know numbers. And this is just a load of crap. You have to adapt. You have to evolve. Everything is learned. And so you need to understand this. That's what I'm going to show you how to do in this free training. I'm going to show you how to become a completely different person by changing who you are psychologically, how to develop better habits, biases, tendencies, make better decisions, and really develop a lot of grit so that you can push through hard barriers and obstacles without giving up or getting disheartened. And the third thing I'm going to show you how to do is how to take someone from a total stranger who's never heard of you before ever to a high-paying client paying you money month after month, recurring revenue, with one 45-minute phone call. So on this free training, I'm going to show you the script that I use to do that phone call, the funnel and the process I use to attract leads, to get them to come to me instead of me chasing them. I'm going to pull back the curtain and show you everything. So if you want to learn this, click the button on the screen right now, and you can go and register for this free training. So thanks, I look forward to seeing you there.